Hi, Professor Chomsky. So John Berger talked about cyberspace as a way for people to use technology against the goals of its creators and against the goals of a dominant system. And you're at MIT, which is the symbolic forefront for technical development. So what is the attitude there about technology working for the system or against the system or the general goal of creation of new technology?
That's a very interesting question, and the history is very revealing. It relates to the first question that was asked. I got here in 1955. Okay, I'm here now at MIT. At that time, there was almost no concern for the use of technology. You just did your job. In the 1960s, that remained pretty much the same. By the late 1960s, student activism began to change the mood on the campus significantly. It reached a point where the elected student president had a position so radical you can barely believe it. Mike Albert, who some of you may know, since gone on to do some wonderful things. At that point, there was enough pressure to bring about a real consideration of the question of the role of technology and what it should be for. In fact, on March 4th, 1969, a day was set aside, classes were canceled, a day was set aside for meetings, discussions on exactly this question. What is the responsibility of scientists and technologists for what they're doing? And that led to some interesting results. One of them was what finally became the Union of Concerned Scientists. It's a national group of scientists which are devoted to precisely this kind of question. And it permanently changed the mood on campus. It's still the case. These remain live issues about what should be done, what shouldn't be done, and what the consequences are, and what the responsibility is of scientists and technologists. And it's had an effect. Yeah, not perfect. Civil rights movement wasn't perfect either. Women's movement isn't perfect. But it had an effect, and the effect actually can be traced to a very small group of students in the late 1960s. I could name them for you.
Okay, thanks.